looking across the broad landscape of crypto, we see everything is pretty much down. And when we look at Cardano specifically, everything it's accomplished, everything it's accomplishing, and everything it's getting ready to accomplish, we can come to one pretty simple conclusion. ADA is severely undervalued. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Thank you for coming by. This is a Cardano video. It's one that I'm excited to do. We're going to use the charts, but we're going to use other data to kind of really just simply, in like 10 minutes, walk through why Cardano is so severely undervalued. It's such a simple play. It's right in front of our eyes. So many people are not seeing it, and I just want to break it down in a video. This is the monthly chart. Many people out there, and we'll get the comments, it's all good. They see this. They see this monthly chart to the downside. They see failure. They see lack of opportunity. They see just a crypto that should be abandoned. And I see the exact opposite. And I think if you are out there and you're a value investor, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video, you see the opposite as well. You see the opportunity. And I'm going to zoom out on the charts right now to get the full story of what's going on with Cardano right now. And because we were tracking Cardano, we were tracking here. This is a huge monthly candle last February when Cardano was actually breaking through the 70, 80 cent range to the upside. We were tracking it there. And it's so probably more important that we track it now that Cardano is testing that area once again. So let's backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about this. Value investing. What is it? Value investing is an investment strategy that involves picking stocks that appear to be trading for less than their intrinsic or book value. First off, this isn't financial advice, everybody. This is, I highly think Cardano is going to succeed. I think it's probably one of the best crypto plays, not to mention everything going on in the ecosystem. It's my opinion. It's why I cover so much Cardano content. I'm just extremely excited about the project and the upside opportunity here. And so this is why. It is extremely undervalued based off of everything that it's doing fundamentally. It is extremely undervalued. And I wanted to talk about this because there was this tweet from Mike Alfred yesterday. And before I even talk about the tweet, everybody, please be kind. If you see people on the internet that you don't agree with, and that are even, if you're a Cardano holder, ADA holder, they're talking trash or just saying something negative about it, please be kind. You don't have to be rude. We don't have to attack people. We can have kind of a discussion, right? And feel them out, but please be kind. But for context, here's what he tweeted. Solana is broken. Ethereum gas fees are so high that it's essentially unusable. I agree with both of those points. But then he said Cardano's going to zero. Meanwhile, Bitcoin issues a new block every 10 minutes like clockwork. It's not rocket science. So he's very long on Bitcoin. I guess he's not too fond of altcoins, in particular Cardano. I just said there's absolutely no way a self-proclaimed value investor actually thinks ADA is going to zero. And we just saw what value investing is. It's investing in stocks or assets that are seemingly extremely undervalued with tons of upside. And in my book, that is Cardano to a T. The reason I said self-proclaimed value investor is because if you go to his profile, and actually we can just open it up right there, it says engaged value investor. And so he replied and he said, Warren Buffett thinks Bitcoin's worth $25 total. Wake up, Danny boy. And I said, but that's exactly my point. We both know how wrong he is for thinking that, especially him, being someone who is supposed to be the world's most amazing value investor himself. And so that's the point here. The same way that Warren Buffett's looking at crypto and Bitcoin and saying it's going to zero, it's worthless, we see people within the crypto ecosystem a lot of times Bitcoin maximalists, Ethereum maximalists, saying Cardano's going to zero. So they're kind of operating in a sense like Warren Buffett is and viewing Cardano the same way Warren Buffett views Bitcoin and crypto. And I think from both perspectives, that's a very bad idea. And this is why. Remember that we just looked at this monthly candle back here last February. Giant monthly candle. And if we go here and we look at the monthly, I want to point something out to you. This was the high point on the momentum oscillator, the RSI. And this is a monthly RSI, extremely overbought that month. It was extremely overbought, right? And from there we did see all-time highs in terms of price from there, but this was the beginning, the top of momentum for Cardano, and you can just see it on the momentum oscillator coming all the way back down to bear market lows that we saw all the way back here, you know, or we can just call it COVID swing lows, right? So huge retracement as Cardano was making that move, and that was actually before the Mary hard fork, which brought in the multi-asset ledger. It was before smart contracts, right? So basically it was before Cardano DeFi was here, and here's Cardano DeFi just coming into fruition now, projects coming online, Cardano blockchain, like seriously waking up, right? So Cardano was making this huge monthly move into overbought territory before all of those things happened, before the Vassal hard fork, right? And scalability coming into play. And by the way, Vassal hard fork, one of the 11 steps that IOHK will be scaling Cardano. It's going to be so much quicker, right? And then, by the way, if we go over here to on-chain data, here are wallets, right? So here we are right now, 5.31 million wallets. We go all the way back here. We can go all the way back to over a year ago to February. Look at this. Around 1 million wallets. Not even 1 million here in February. We hit a million in February 2021. Hit 1 million wallets. Look at the uprise. And Cardano blockchain is absolutely exploding with fundamental growth. All the while, price has trickled down. All the while, the RSI, the momentum of Cardano, has trickled down into a depressing phase for many. But it's not depressing. It is insane opportunity. And no, IOHK does not pay me to cover Cardano. They really don't. Charles is not paying me to cover Cardano, everybody. I'm covering Cardano because when I got into crypto years ago and started doing YouTube videos, and by the way, I wasn't covering Cardano when I started this YouTube channel. I just ended up here in Cardano. I just enjoy tracking my journey, right? And I really enjoy following the data and at the end of the day, seeing if I'm right about this stuff, right? And we were doing videos back here. We were in the middle of the bull market. Bitcoin's going crazy, right? We entered that bull market around November 2020. And you can just see the moves to all-time highs. We were tracking that whole thing. It was fun. But now we're in this depressive state, right? And Cardano's down and people are doubting it and people are talking trash on it. And full circle, if you are a value investor, you're going to see exactly, clear as day, why this opportunity is here. And yeah, we just looked at all the on-chain growth. We just looked at all the good fundamentals. And actually not all, I shouldn't say all. I mean, we've barely even scratched the surface in terms of what Cardano's doing right now. It was just some very simple examples like DeFi coming online, wallet or address growth, all that good stuff. But if we're really talking about what is potentially in play for Cardano as it sits here at $26 billion market cap, the upside potential is insane. You have something like Solana that is built. I mean, Solana is not built like Cardano at all. It is not built to scale securely in a decentralized way at all. It's just not. It was just offline again, right? And so something like that is higher in value than Cardano. And that's a signal for me, right? Ethereum is over 10x in value. Ethereum. And again, I don't want to see Ethereum fail. I don't want to see Ethereum holders fail. I don't wish any harm at all. And I don't like to use it even as a competition. But when we're looking at just the technology and the value upside that Cardano has, solving so many of the issues Ethereum has failed to solve, and it's sitting at 340 billion market cap just because it was kind of a first mover and has such a huge community, Cardano is just ready, right? 26 billion versus 340 billion. Cardano Cardano does what Ethereum does, but better. And it's only going to get better. And so that is my perspective. It's my opinion, everybody. And there's a lot of people that you know, they think I'm crazy, right? I see it all the time in the comments. But it is what it is. I know there's a lot of you out there that agree with me. And so I guess at the end of the day, are you a value investor? And this is not to throw any type of negativity towards anyone. I actually followed Mike Alford because when it comes to things like Bitcoin, he has some great sentiments, right? But when it comes to things like ADA, obviously I disagree with him. And maybe as a value investor himself, he'll come to see and he'll come to realize, hey, maybe there's a play here. Maybe not. It doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, this is it, everybody. We could go lower. I mean, the state of crypto, the state of traditional markets, everything could just fall. It could continue to fall. We want to see upside. We want to see a bounce. We want to see markets cruise to the upside. But if Cardano falls, for me, the value investment play only gets stronger. And that's why right now it's just like, all right, how do I approach this? How do I accumulate Cardano in this environment? And how do I go about being ready for a further dip as that value play becomes even stronger? And that's what I'm trying to balance every day. I'm trying to figure that out every day. And that's why I say, you know, anticipate everything, expect nothing. And that's something my dad always told me. Expect nothing, anticipate everything. And so that's all we can do, and we can plan appropriately by utilizing that strategy, visualizing every scenario and planning accordingly. But I'm telling you, everybody, I truly, truly think that Cardano is so severely undervalued and ignored and oftentimes hated on that it makes the best play in crypto. And that's not even mentioning the altcoins building on Cardano, launching on Cardano, and the investment plays there. So let's continue tracking this. Let's see. Vassal hard fork is less than 2 months away. Here we're in the green box. You know, if we go to the daily chart, we're in that green box here on the daily. Let's see what happens with it. If we look at this momentum oscillator, we're at the lower end of this curve in terms of momentum. Again, real quick, just to go back to that last February swing high back here we just looked at. It was the swing high on the momentum oscillator as well, overbought. And now look at us, just consolidating towards the bottom end of this area for Cardano. How long will we be here? We have to wait, track it, we'll see. But this is just my perspective, everybody. The play here is so strong, and it's taking a lot of patience. It's grueling. It's grueling to do these videos sometimes. It really is, but it is what it is. You know, opportunity doesn't always come wrapped with a beautiful ribbon on it, right? And so let's persevere. That's what I'm doing. Let me know your thoughts. Do you see what I see? Hit the subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.